This is it. It's time to take Blue Lightning on its maiden voyage. We're adding jam.
Juicing.
So we can go burn some rubber. Slight change in location. We got booted out of the other place.
We got kicked out, dude.
I guess Panasonic didn't want a world famous videographer like Peter on the property. Was that what it was?
It's going to make their internal media department look too bad.
Yeah. Apparently Sash was saying that charge station is listed online as being like open to the public, but I think the camera spooked her.
Well, we're using Canon gear, that's the problem.
Oh, that's right. Had we
exactly
had a GH5, we would have been in good shape.
No problem.
Anyway, we came to another charging station that we can't use because the plug's in use. So instead, we're just going to show you the car and go for a rip.
We've got some EV problems already here.
Yeah, apparently there's challenges related to charging this car. Who knew? And you don't have a green plate either. What's going on there?
Not allowed.
Can't do it?
No.
Why?
Ontario won't do it.
Because it's not a factory-built e-car.
Exactly, yeah.
You can't build your own e-car and actually be an e-car. That's weird and lame. Ontario, fix yourself. We'll fix that later. Let's talk about the car,
yeah,
Sasha.
So it's together?
It's running. It's driving.
We
came here under its own
last
power.
time you saw it, didn't have the rear clamshell on, didn't have these wheels, didn't have a cooling system. So
the wheels are
so Dan
custom made, right?
Dan made these from Augment Wheels. I did the design, and then he was able to do exactly what we wanted, and they fit beautifully. And
yeah, the offset looks money.
Yeah.
And they're actually a forged wheel.
Yep.
So obviously rear clamshells on it. You've got the interior is completed.
Yeah, the interior is all back together. It's really comfy and full of leather. It's awesome.
Was there any challenges as far as getting it to this point?
This is kind of like the car thrown together in the state right now.
Okay.
Like the clamshell's not on permanently. The interior, there's still some clips on that. We just want to get some miles on it.
Right.
And then we'll probably have to take a lot back apart and make some changes. And
you were saying you've got different brakes on order. You've got some other cool stuff coming that we'll show you in a future episode.
Yeah.
Can we maybe pop the trunk lid and see what's going on back here? It looks the same as before, just covered with a lid.
Yeah, and so we've got the cooling system done now.
Okay.
So it's, when I say done, I mean the reservoir is held in by zip ties.
Okay.
But we've got water coming in for the batteries, water going a separate circuit for the motor drive unit, a pump that goes through to the radiator that cools the charger and the batteries together, and
you've got a lot of room back here too. Like you could put in more batteries
like
if you wanted to.
Cubby hole. This would be like your helmet bag going here, and then this could be like your other stuff.
Like the S2000 has that hidden portal in it where the previous owner of the S2000 used to hide his rollies and stuff. You could hide your rollies in there.
Make all kinds of little places.
Man, smuggler's delight. All right, well, let's jump inside and have a look and see what a real car looks like when it's assembled. Well, looks like a car in here, although we do have a gaping hole here.
Yes, that's not done yet.
What's going to happen there?
Friend Jordy is going to make a plate there for the neutral, drive, reverse buttons.
Okay.
So right now we just reach your hand in here and grab the buttons.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a future upgrade, yeah. And then we got the dash 90% of the way there, so it tells us their state of charge and range and speed, and we can scroll through these menus to see trip data, lap timers, the high voltage system information like amps and voltage. And I think we talked about that before.
We did, yeah. Still, it's nice to see it in a fully assembled interior.
So we've got some cool, OEM kind of integration. You press the brightness switch and it dims and brightens the dash.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, and we've got turn the ignition on. The traction control button still lights up or yellow when you turn the traction control off.
So traction control is still fully functional?
Yeah, we just did the programming for traction control.
In the Motec?
In the Motec, and it works really well.
Okay. Building an enclosure for the batteries behind the seats eventually?
Yeah, so that's on the list of things to do. That's going to be a big project because I want to do a really nice job of it.
Out of like carbon or something like that?
I think carbon, but it's got to be insulated because it's quite loud. So the noise that comes through from there.
And is there heat that comes off the batteries too?
Not that you'd feel.
Okay.
But we have the heat from the drive unit going through the heater core.
Okay.
So when you're driving, there's a fair bit of heat.
You feel some heat rising up through the tunnel, or?
Well, you just turn the blower on, and wherever you want, you get heat on the vents.
Oh,
just
okay.
like normal.
So you can produce good interior heat.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Let's feel the electric jam here.
So I'll turn the key off again.
Yeah.
It's just 2 clicks, Dave.
2 clicks. That's our
2 clicks.
That's our motto. 2 clicks to go. 1 click. Oh, look at you. You got a little startup screen there.
You like that startup screen?
Yeah, I did. Oh, so she's in reverse. Okay.
We have no power steering yet. That's still on the list to come.
I think, are there gnomes pushing the car right now? Because it's not making any noise.
It's a big golf cart.
Crazy. It does kind of feel like a golf cart.
And it pops and bounces on these Trofeos too. Like they're so
grippy.
So sticky.
Yeah, you're running a lot of tire on this car.
Yeah, I Can't turn the steering wheel.
No power steering?
No, we haven't done it yet. It's coming.
It is coming,
It's
okay.
on the list of things to do.
All right. Well, this is early days still, right? I mean, you built this car really fast.
Yeah, in about 5 months or something like that. And this is kind of the first round of testing, so I didn't want to put everything together too,
Sure.
you know.
Yeah, you might have to tear it apart again
Exactly,
anyway.
and spend forever. So this is kind of just thrown together right now.
Yep.
And yeah, so we've got.
What a weird feeling.
Does that sound? Just
That
enjoy the
sound, it's very like Star Trek-y back there.
Yeah.
That
And
is
then our
so
regen
crazy.
paddle just slows it down.
Oh, wow.
So it's a good bit of decel on the regen paddle.
Yeah, that's like, what, 30% of what you do with the brake pedal, maybe?
Oh, I don't use the brake pedal at all when I'm driving.
You just use that paddle.
Yeah, I mean, you do have to kind of anticipate a little bit earlier.
Yeah?
But,
So you can come to a complete stop just using that paddle. Crazy.
yeah.
And that motor makes quite a noise.
Yeah, so once that rear firewall is in there, it'll kind of
It'll
mask
quiet it
a bit.
down, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you'll put some like insulation into the firewall
Exactly.
design.
And I really love the dash. I just love the OEM Lotus dash was really bland and boring
Yeah.
and red, and it just really didn't go with the rest of the car.
Yeah.
And now this one I find really just it kind of takes it up to that level that you'd expect.
It's a very futuristic look in a futuristic car. It does match the aesthetics of this car a lot better too, doesn't it? What the hell? You just gave me whiplash.
Hey.
Holy shit, he
Like a
knocked
ninja,
my...
you got to be ready.
You knocked... Holy sh... That torque is insane. Are you going to break axles with this thing?
Probably. But
That
they've been
is-
really good so far. Rapid Gear did an awesome job, and like it's violent a bit, right?
Holy, my neck is literally sore right now. Damn.
I wanted to get you by surprise.
You gotta warn me on that
No.
again. I've never felt that level of
response.
exactly. I mean, I've driven, say, like a 911 Turbo S, which is probably one of the fastest road cars in the world for acceleration,
Yeah,
and it's not that violent. It's violent, but that is another level.
happens fast.
All right.
It's a really fun car to just drive around on the road because it's got, you know, it's comfy.
Yeah.
It's nice inside.
It is nice, yeah.
When you want to get on it, it's just like,
Jesus! My God!
it just like gives you a good shot, right?
I felt my organs move inside my body.
That's really all you can do on the road.
Wow.
A quick 1 second shot.
That is
But,
intense.
Yeah,
My God.
it's pretty fun.
It's going to be a monster around the racetrack.
I think so.
How many laps do you think you can do on a charge?
Probably, like I'd probably lower the power to a lapping day setting
Okay.
if I wanted to run extended time, and if
Yeah.
I wanted to just do some time attack stuff, maybe 3 or 4 laps.
Okay.
At
At full jam. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's all you need for a good time attack session.
Yeah, like in my Z, I would only ever get 1 lap because the first 2 laps were wasted just trying to heat up the tires.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'm used to getting it done in 1 lap,
Yeah.
and that's kind of the second phase of the car. Hopefully, we can develop and figure out how to get some more performance out of, or longevity out of the.
Out of the batteries. And what about electric drift car, Sasha? What is...
We got a drift car,
Yeah.
so we could just throw a drive unit in it and some batteries.
Yeah. What do
It'd
you...
be pretty easy.
I mean, that's an interesting idea, because that's a sport that really needs response and torque.
Yeah, and the cool thing about that is that you don't have to shift gears. So
Yeah.
once you start roasting the tires, you can just take that thing right up to 200 kilometers an hour.
Yeah.
Even from a slow corner, where normally in a drift car you'd have to go second, third, fourth,
Yeah.
or have a big V8 where you could just start in third or fourth. This thing, like, you don't have to worry about the gear changes
Exactly.
anymore. The one thing I don't know how it would work though would be the e-brake. The motor's got a
Yeah.
fair bit of inertia.
Yes.
So that would be the one thing to figure out there. If the motor would get pissed off and you're just stopping it instantly like that.
Fair enough. Yeah. Interesting idea. Oh, Jesus! The blood just rushed out of my feet into my body. And I'm not even exaggerating. I felt my feet get cold. That's insane acceleration, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Holy cow.
It's got a lot of grip, so you don't really spin tires.
Yeah.
Especially when the sun's out.
That's what G-forces do to your body, and I wasn't prepared for it. So for me, it's like I wasn't bracing myself.
Yeah.
You're ready for it.
Right.
But as a passenger, it's shocking. It is shocking. Man.
I think with the performance drive unit too, if we're able to upgrade to a performance drive unit, we'll be able to get even more torque up to, we'll probably have the same peak power,
Yeah.
but the motor doesn't get to peak power until a certain speed.
Okay.
So we'd be able to get a lot more torque and power below that.
So it ramps up faster to peak power?
Yeah, exactly.
So that would make this acceleration run even more violent.
Yeah, like we're not spinning the tires, so we need more torque than the axle.
Wow.
So as fast as that feels, it can take more.
It's impressive. So we've been driving for what, 20 minutes?
Yeah, a good 20 minutes, I'd say.
And how much charge have we lost?
Oh, I didn't check. We started probably about 7 or 8%, 6%.
Okay.
The range will be about 200 kilometers.
All right.
And so on this charge, we've gone 75 kilometers.
Okay.
And I'm at 57% right now.
Okay.
So pretty close to 200 kilometers, maybe a bit under, but we've been ripping a bit.
We've been ripping a bit, so like in normal driving conditions, you should be able to go 200K.
I hope that's my goal. Maybe not with these tires though.
Okay, yeah.
But I think with a good rolling resistance tire, we can probably hope for 200 kilometers.
Nice. And how long does it take to charge from like fully drained batteries?
10 hours on the regular slow charger.
Yeah.
Which is a 3.3 kilowatt charger built into the car.
Okay.
But then there's also what's called level 3 charging.
Yeah.
And so that'll be able to charge the battery. I haven't done it yet, but I'm hoping it'll be in about 30 minutes.
Oh wow, that's super fast.
So a 60 kilowatt charger will be able to charge the battery to 80% in about 30 minutes.
So what's the next steps in the build then?
So the next step is we've got Ethel Sports supporting us. So we've got a rear bumper and a rear tailgate coming that are going to be really take the look of the back of the car. And,
Okay.
to the modern, the new Lotus 400.
Okay.
Evora 400. So that's going to look really cool. And we've also got a diffuser coming from the GD4 Lotus race cars.
Oh wow,
so that's
sick.
going to look sick.
Yeah.
And what else on the exterior? That's about it. We're going to work on the brakes some more, and it needs power steering and air conditioning.
I guess what I really care about is when are we going to the track session?
Well, probably in about 4 to 6 weeks' time.
Okay.
I got to get the power steering done.
Okay.
And the brakes. That's really all that it needs to go to the track.
Okay.
The cooling system is all there. Everything's ready to go. It's just I don't really want to take it there unless I know that I'll enjoy it, and I won't enjoy it without good brakes and without power steering.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a wrap on this episode of Blue Lightning. I got to thank Sasha for giving me whiplash. My neck is literally sore right now. Yeah, oh yeah, get right in there. Oh, get in there, buddy. So in the next episode, we're going to the track. We're going to rip some hop laps. He's going to have some cool new aero on here from Hethel.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
Maybe some center caps on from Augment Wheels. Who knows? All I know is we're going to go fast, and I'm going to bring a neck roll.